Yo, I feel like it's been so freaking long since it's been 84 years since I got in front of this camera just to sit down and talk with y'all. But in my Q&A, someone was like, I miss you doing end of year like favorites and stuff like that. And I was like, shit, I haven't done that in like years. I remember doing so many back, like if you've been like an OG follower, you know, there was like a point in time where I like did monthly hits and shits or whatever. I kind of stopped doing them though because I felt like I was pushing too much product. So I figured for this year, why not get back onto it? I'm the type to constantly be trying new things, especially makeup. I'll be so into a certain product, but it'll be for a very short amount of time. So in this video, we're actually gonna do skincare, and then in the next video, I'm gonna do makeup. But for all the products I chose today, I tried to pick things that either stood out to me, I was regularly reaching for, I constantly used on other people's faces when I was doing their makeup or skincare, or just anything I thought was noteworthy. You know, grab a snack, sit back, relax, do some house chores, put the shit on in the back, and we're gonna get into it. My 2023 favorites. I didn't want to make this a sort of like Christmas shopping list sort of thing, but I guess this would be a good video for you if your parents are like, oh, what do you want me to get you for Christmas? And you don't know what you want. Maybe you can use this video as a guide. Okay, so let's talk skincare. First step, cleansing. At some point a few months ago, I suddenly decided to try the whole like using a hot washcloth. Now, I remember back being like a little kid, and my grandma, whenever, right before school, she would wash me, like she would wipe my face and my body down with a very hot washcloth. And I know I see a lot of people on YouTube and stuff using like muslin cloths to remove their cleanser after they do like a cleansing balm. So they do cleansing balm and then like a foam cleanser. But my skin, honey, my skin was going through it. No matter how gentle I was, no matter how gentle the cleansers I used were, I'd always, like if you watch my videos, you notice my chin is always red. Around here, it's just always red and raw. Like my skin barrier is always fucked up for some reason. At one point, I decided, let's try like the whole sort of like, you know, those old vintage like 1950s videos about how women do their makeup and skincare. They'd be using like the cold creams. So I bought a cold cream, some random cold cream from Coupang, tried it, used a hot wash. I bought like 30 of these for less than 20 bucks on Coupang. These are the microfiber towels. I think these were meant for like car detailing. Anyway. Tried a cleansing cream, use it to remove it. Honey, my skin has I've never looked back. So besides the cleansing cream, I'll also use it with cleansing oils, cleansing balms, etc., etc. I have some cleansing oils that I want to show you guys because cleansing oils have been like, girl, it's like my go-to thing for cleansing my face or other people's faces right before I do their makeup, because I feel like they prep the skin the most without damaging the skin too much. I have 3 cleansing oils here. Let's talk about if you have oily skin. Now, the thing with oily skin is I notice people will have really either oily or dehydrated skin, and they actually have quite like a crusty layer to their face because they have the oily skin, right? And they allow the oil to come out and sit on top of their skin, and that oil will harden and turn rough and turn into like little whiteheads and little, just what looks like dead skin, especially on the nose. So I always use these cleansing oils to kind of massage the face and kind of break up and melt down that oil that's on the skin, the whiteheads, the blackheads, all that, smoothing out and just like resetting the skin while also being gentle at the same time. So I'm not really much of a scrub person. I don't use those fucking like blackhead strips. I use cleansing oils. And these ones I want to recommend for oily skin because these are there's different types of cleansing oils, and these are more on the thin side. And I noticed they're more effective at helping with like dead skin and melting and removing it off. So even if you don't have oily skin, if you do have like dry skin, but you have a lot of dead skin, these I really recommend. The Access Y Biome Resetting Moringa Cleansing Oil. This is like my go-to. I don't know how easy or how hard it is to get, so I feel like this would be my second go-to because they're pretty much the same texture. This is the Mool Essential Mool Cleansing Oil, and actually if you go to their makeup shop in Cheongdam, they use this, if they touch your skin, right? And she was like, girl, you got a lot of dead skin, so she would use that on me before she did my makeup. And they're both extremely effective. You know, you can do the whole like, you know, massaging out your dry face, adding a little bit of water, making it like milky and then washing off. But for me, the most effective way is using a hot washcloth. I actually went to Daiso and bought this thing because our sinks don't really release very hot water. And also for the water to get up to a hotter temperature, I have to run the water for a while. So to save water, we actually have like a water dispenser that has hot and cold water. I'll fill this up to about this way with hot water and then add about, I would say like a ratio of like 75 hot water, 25 cold water to get like a bearable temperature. Stick this in there, let it soak up that water, and then I'll, you know, cleanse my face or whatever, the cleansing oil, the cleansing cream or whatever, and then wipe off. It's so fucking relaxing. And honestly, I find that I don't need to do a second cleanse. So this whole method is much, much faster. If you have more dry skin, the Klairs Gentle Black Deep Cleansing Oil. Now, I've tried this for so many years, and every time I'm just like, who the fuck would even who even likes this shit? Why do you even bother trying to keep going back to it? Because my main issue with this is the texture's lovely. It's like soft, cushiony, it glides, and it feels so nourishing. But with most cleansing oils or like cleansing balms, when you add water, it's supposed to turn milky and easy to wash off. Bitch, it just feels like I'm using olive oil. Like it feels so thick and like doesn't come off easily. Like I feel like there's a film layer on my face. But I tried it with this whole hot towel method. One, it comes off so much easier. Like I feel all of it comes off. I don't feel like there's a layer on my face. But two, it helps. No, that's it. It's just really good if you have a very compromised skin barrier and you feel like your skin is just so, if you have really red skin that's easily dry, dehydrated, this I really recommend. But I recommend using it with the hot towel because otherwise it's gonna be a bitch trying to get this shit off. If you're gonna change one thing, try adding this method. I feel like it makes a huge difference. I don't know, there's something about having water on my face exasperates the sensitivity of my skin. I don't know why. But ever since I stopped using a lot of like water on my face, the only time is if I'm like in the shower. My skin is just like, I don't really have redness here anymore. Around here, the redness has been relieved a lot. Makeup just feels smoother and I have less dry patches. One thing I want, oh my God. Okay, so as you guys know, me and Eddie be doing that beauty cookie content, silicone2, stylekorean.com. So they be giving us so much free shit. But the one thing I tried and was like, this is the one. This is like my third bottle, I think, and I still have a few backed up because recently, because I would just steal them from Style Korean, but I went to go buy it myself at all of them. It was like less than 10 bucks. The Skin Chonsa Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Ampoule. I know there's a whole lineup of this, like the whole Madagascar line, but honey, the Ampoule, you need this. This is such a, I don't even know how to describe it. The texture is like a serum, right? Because it's an Ampoule. But it's such a great way to recharge your hydration in your skin. I will add 3 or 4 layers of this if I'm feeling extra dry, especially lately now that it's cold and dry, but it doesn't feel like there's anything on my skin. So it really helps to plump out the skin. You know when you are like putting your toner, you put it on, oh wow, great moisturizing, but then like 2 seconds later you feel dry again. So you kind of had to keep layering. This is such a great product to layer with because you can almost feel, it almost gives the vibes of like when you're playing a video game like Zelda or something, games with like health bars. Every layer I add is like adding a heart to my health bar. The health bar being like my skin's hydration level because it layers so well and it actually feels like it's doing something, but I don't feel any extra heaviness. So recently I was going back onto my retinol, which girl, that shit fucks my skin up because it's retinol, right? So you're gonna get the peely dry skin. But I had to do my makeup for a video with Eddie. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be peeling stuff. This, I just layered it like 4 times. Did my makeup normally on top with like a cushion. It looked so smooth. It was a little bit dry skin because my skin was obviously doing the peeling stage, but for the current state my skin was at, it looks so great. So also love using this on people's faces before I do their makeup because a lot of people's skin I've noticed they're just so dry or dehydrated, and like it's such a great way to recharge the moisture in the skin without getting like that oily finish because it's a serum, right? So you're not gonna get an oily finish. And if you have extra dry skin, it's a great thing to layer under your moisturizer and it boosts the hydration of your cream or your moisturizer. I do have dehydrated skin. I was like, maybe I'm not lacking water. What if I'm lacking oil in my skin? And I was watching some skincare guru's content and she talked about jojoba oil. So I was like, why not try jojoba oil? Like literally 100% pure jojoba oil, organic. This I just got from Coupon. This was literally like less than 10 bucks. Honey, I wouldn't use it every single day at this point, but I'll use it on days where, like especially at night, I'll use it at night. Toner, a few drops of this. This bottle is a little bit annoying to use, so I put it into a separate, this kind of bottle to make it easier to dispense for myself. I found the easiest way to apply it, a few pumps into the hand, spread it a little bit, and then just pat it into the skin. Honey, the glow that you'll get, not just, I mean, glow is fine or whatever, but the hydration and moisture, like it really helps keep moisture on your skin or in your skin. Because sometimes other products, you feel like your skin is just like, that shit is evaporating, but this really helps keep it. And also I noticed that when I go in with my moisturizer afterwards, I can use way less moisturizer because I don't know, the combination of the oil, of the jojoba oil plus the moisturizer is just a really great, just for keeping the skin feeling plump and moisturized and, you know, all that. And also it really helps regulate the oil production in your skin. I noticed when I started using that, my skin was producing way less oil during the day. I mean, that's pretty general information, you know, adding moisture to skin will help control the amount of oil, especially if you have oily skin. So yeah, sunscreen. Okay, let's talk about sunscreen. You all know on Style Korea, we talk about so much. This year was like the year of fucking sunscreens because there was an endless barrage of sunscreens. So I'm just gonna show you my go-tos. My true beloved #1 forever sunscreen, the Mool Pre-Tech Sun Waterful sunscreen, SPF 50 PA quadruple plus. Girl, I don't even want to swatch this shit for you because this is discontinued. This is my last bottle of it. As sad as it is that was discontinued, they do have this one, which is the Skin Setting Water Sun Base, SPF 50 PA quadruple plus. Now the name makes it sound like it's like a makeup primer, and she made this to make it great for before makeup, but it's great for even just an everyday daily sunscreen. The texture is extremely light and watery, but the way it just melts into the skin, it doesn't add any extra heavy layers. I hate the feeling of putting on sunscreen and knowing I have to be careful with the way I do my foundation because, girl, when I have an important day, like a filming day or important meeting, I do not wear sunscreen because I know most of them will fuck my foundation up. If you don't wear makeup, it probably doesn't matter to you, but for me, it matters a lot. So I feel like this is a great recommendation for anybody. If you just want something light and non-fussy, and you could probably even use it to replace your moisturizer because it's so hydrating. This one is like my go-to after this one because this one is almost running out. But something similar that is a little bit more rich, but still in that sort of like serum-y, lightweight texture family is the Belif UV Protector Aqua Bomb Sun Serum. I got this from Style Korean because I had to do like a reels for them, and honey, this shit got me shook. It actually looks extremely similar. You can see how it's running down my hand. Again, extremely lightweight, and the many times I will just replace my moisturizer with this and it's totally fine. The smell is so nice and refreshing, but it doesn't disturb my makeup. It doesn't cause any weird like patchiness, and it's just extremely hydrating. I can't say it, it's hydrating, okay? It's hydrating. So I guess it's fitting for this season, you know, now that it's cold, it's winter in most places. Also, I noticed, I don't know why, it's probably just my skin because I'm dehydrated, but a lot of sunscreens will feel moisturizing at first, but then after a few hours, they just turn dry on me. And I noticed especially under makeup because the dry patches will start coming out, but this keeps staying hydrated, if that makes sense. It doesn't dry and turn like all crusty on me. Let's talk about lips real quick. Now, my beloved Cielo, honey, this was like the best lip mask, in my personal opinion, I've ever tried on the market or whatever. But now that Cielo is not really a thing anymore, there is something that is like pretty much the same thing, and it's still available, you can get. I will still say, way better than the fucking Laneige lip sleeping mask with an asterisk, because this is the Etude Ginger Sugar Overnight Lip Mask. Huge tub, this shit will last you forever. I know they have like a lip balm version, like a squeezy tube version, but you want the one in the tub because this shit is so fucking sticky. And for me, I am dehydrated, right? So my lips are constantly, if you watch my videos, they're constantly peeling, there's always dead skin, they're always wrinkly. So I always have to, if I don't have any lip makeup on, I always have to have some kind of lip balm or lip mask on top of them. I mean, that's why I created this one, right? I know people hate sticky things on their lips. That's why they'll be like, oh, it doesn't feel sticky at all, or whatever, as if like that's a good thing. But for me, when something is not sticky, it doesn't last long and it gets in my mouth, especially like colored lip products. I don't want that shit in my mouth. I want it to stay on my lips. And also if it's too thick, it will run outside your lips, and I don't want that either. This is super thick and sticky, so it stays on your lips. And especially if you have dry skin, after a few minutes, it will really soak up it will like swell up the dead skin on your lips. And when you wipe it off with like a wet wipe, all of the dead skin just comes off. So it's way better than lip scrubs. And especially if you use this overnight, which is what it's meant for, you'll wake up with like renewed lips completely. I feel like stuff like the Laneige mask, Vaseline even, are just things that just sit on your lips, and when you wipe it off, nothing really happened. This actually hydrates your lips afterwards, so it makes a great even just everyday lip balm, especially if you have eczema and you have a really dry chapped lips. Put this on your lips and you'll notice like an immediate difference. Vaseline is great if you have already decent lips, right? Lips that just don't want to retain moisture, you need something like this. One thing that completely changed my life, honestly, I'm Filipino, so my scalp is always so fucking oily. After like a day or two, my head starts smelling. It was in Filipino, when you go outside, you come back in, amoy araw. amoy araw, you smell like you were outside. So I always have to constantly be washing my hair all the time, but it was kind of like double-edged sword because I wash it and I'll get rid of the oil, but because my hair is bleached, like it really fucks up and damages the hair. Technically, you're supposed to only be washing and scrubbing your scalp, but I was thinking, I was like, if we put moisturizer on our faces to help prevent oiliness, why don't we do that for our scalps? So I went on Coupang, just searched up random scalp serums, and I came across this one. I don't think you can get this anywhere outside of Korea. This is the NINEMILA Calming Beer Scalp Serum. I did search on Amazon, and there seems to be several types of hair serums. I know Head and Shoulders has one. It comes in like a little dropper packaging. After I take a shower, I push all my hair back. And what I do is, as I'm squeezing, I run it down this way, kind of like in rows. And then I use my fingers and go deep in and just like massage it, just to kind of like spread the product basically. And I do use a separate like hair serum for like the rest of my hair, like the ends of my hair. But the most important thing is the scalp. You guys, this shit has changed my fucking life. This one specifically, it has such a nice like cooling like minty sensation. So your head feels just like so like, ugh, like someone like massage it with ice cubes. What it has done for my scalp, the benefits, I can't even, one, I can wash my hair like, I can go for a whole ass week and my hair doesn't smell at all. It's not oily. I'm so shocked at how I'll touch my hair and there's no oiliness. There's no smell.
I can actually go days without showering and my hair will still smell like my shampoo.
When I bleach my hair now, because I have to bleach the roots right, my hairstylist is constantly asking me, Edward, is your scalp okay? Is it burning? Honey, I don't feel anything. I always thought that bleaching the scalp and the burning feel, it comes from just the fact that it's bleached, but I noticed it's because my scalp was so dehydrated and dry and scaly. I wasn't moisturizing my scalp. So like bleaching my roots, it was almost like if I didn't do any skincare, always had dry skin, and then I tried to use like an acid toner or like some kind of peeling toner. It's like that feeling. So now that I moisturize my scalp with something like this, my hair has never been this healthy, like especially my scalp. And for me, just the fact that I don't have to deal with a smelling oily scalp anymore is like, that's like the #1 thing for me. So I know oily scalps is like a thing for a lot of people. Really look into like scalp hydration. I feel like that should be like the new thing. And by the way, forget the expensive shampoos and conditioners. I just using the Head and Shoulders at this point. Like the cheapest fucking like shampoo that I can get at all of Jung. I'll just use that. Because the main point of shampooing, I'm just trying to get rid of like the buildup on my scalp. And these days I don't really use hair wax and all that, so it doesn't really matter. But if you do have like use a lot of like hairspray and hair wax and stuff, you do want to wash on the actual hair itself. But these days I literally just do this, just massaging the scalp and you know, using whatever conditioner, because the main point is the serum. This is what helps the overall health of my scalp and my hair. Yo, hold on. There's 2 more things actually that I forgot to talk about that I really want to show you guys, and they're body products. The first one, remember when I had that extreme allergic reaction to that fake necklace I wore? So I had like that red ring around my neck. I was on TikTok and I followed this girl that does a bunch of Japanese skincare, and she recommended this Curél In-Shower Moisture Barrier Cream. The packaging is really interesting because it's actually upside down and comes with this hook that allows you to use it because it's meant to be used right after you take a shower, so you can keep this in your bathroom. And all you have to do is squeeze this little thing right here. You get some product out, and basically it's kind of like a body lotion that you use right onto wet skin. And what it does is that it helps retain the moisture of the water in your skin. And I swear to God, I think eczema runs in my family, on my mom's side of the family. So while I never really had it growing up, it's starting to show up on my body, like on my shins, right here, and also around my neck, my décolletage in the back of my neck. I don't know what the fuck they put in here, but at first I was like, ew, put it on wet skin. It might feel really clammy and gross, but actually as soon as you like pat it, it literally absorbs in like seconds, and it kind of soaks up the water that's on your skin, and your skin just feels so fucking hydrated and like not sticky and not oily. For me, I've always loved the idea of like body lotion, like going to Bath and Body Works, buying all those body lotions, those smell good body lotions on sale and using them, but I never really did because they're always just so oily and I can't hold anything because everything's so slippery. But this, it like absorbs immediately and I just feel so fucking like hydrated and smooth and like literally baby butt skin. I did get this on Japanese Amazon, so I don't know if you can get it overseas, but I'll have to check on that for you. But girl, this shit, you really don't even need that much either. So I told you, actually I should have gotten some for my little brother. My little brother has really bad eczema. So if you have eczema or if you know someone that has eczema, this would be a really good gift for you or them. And the other thing is for those of you that have acne like I do. Now, I had very severe acne growing up in high school, and I don't really have acne on my face anymore, but I do occasionally suffer from acne. I never really thought about like body care for acne. I just thought, oh, let me just get a really good, like hard, scrubby, like shower towel just to exfoliate that all like constantly. And it didn't really help. The acne would still come up, but honey, Eddie's son introduced me to this. It's the Not For You clear body mist. And literally all you do is after you shower, you kind of like bend over and you just right on your back. And I guess there's something like salicylic acid or some shit like that. And as simple as this kind of product is, I'm surprised it's not more of a thing. I mean, this particular product is very popular. You can get it at all of Jung. But even after the first and the second times I've used this, I immediately noticed a difference. Now I don't really have acne, really. So this shit has been like holy fucking grail for me. So if you have acne, highly, highly recommend. And the fact that it's in a spray form, it's so convenient. You don't have to mess with like trying to reach back and apply creams and shit. Like it's literally just spray it and you're done. So that was the ski for 2023, the stuff that stood out to me I wanted to talk about. In the next part, we're gonna talk about makeup. So I will see you in that one. Bye.